Welcome back to another episode of The Rundown. I am your host, Chris Fagan, and this is the show where we're going to talk about the latest of this week's entertainment news and give our reactions by fans for fans. Joining me, as always, to my right is the one and only. That's not the camera I'm looking for. Joy Fagan, how you doing, baby? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Full disclosure, she is my wife. I am allowed to call her baby and sexually harass her legally, so don't worry about it. A person that I'm not allowed to sexually harass at all without his permission is our other guest. Hey, what's going on? Dimithri, how you doing, buddy?
Hey. So first things first, thank you for understanding our boundaries, like me personally. That's always good to know that, like, we got a connection, but it's not that deep,
Yeah, right.
That being said, I think there are laws on the book for even people in marital situations. So you might want to look that up.
If I don't look it up, then it's not illegal. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's that. Tell that to the judge. It's like I didn't know. Yeah,
you can't, right? Like if I didn't, it's like what I told Joy on our first date. I'm gonna need to get your fingerprints on this wax candle. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right. The rest is history. But let's not talk about my legal problems here. Let's talk about what we came here to talk about, guys. We're gonna talk about what's going on with Disney Plus. We're gonna talk a little She-Hulk. We're gonna talk about just some things in the movie. Like Beast is out this week. We're just going to get into it, just give our thoughts on it. If you like it, I love it. Share your comments if you're watching us live. Let us know what you guys think about all the topics that we're going to discuss as we go through it. And I'll put your comments up on display as we go along with it. Without further ado, let's get into the first thing. Before, I don't want to go supersonic because I've been told that I go supersonic. I'm like,
supersonic, my
voice. I'm like, I go back to puberty when I get excited about topics. So I want to talk a little bit about She-Hulk. I saw She-Hulk. Me and Joy, we watched it, and before I get into spoilers, because warning, guys, we're gonna get in a little bit of spoiler territory. So I hope if you haven't seen it, click away and come back another day after you watched it, or skip this to the next topic. But Dimithri, you've seen. I think you had an after show. You've seen She-Hulk.
I do.
Right?
I do have an after show. Is this the time of show where I plug everything?
Yeah. Go ahead. I shouldn't have been rude. I should have said, yeah. Tell everybody where they can find you, why you're so awesome, and talk about that after show and stuff too.
Yeah, so I have a geek channel called The Keeg, right? And so we do a Marvel after show, but it's late night. So anyone out there who is watching all these Marvel shows, or even like the live action Star Wars shows, if you stay up till midnight Pacific time to watch those shows, watch the show and then jump on our after show and chat with us, because we have a new guest every single time, and we spend an hour talking about whatever we just watched. So we live stream that, and then it comes out as a podcast as well. You can find that wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, the after shows that you've been doing that for a while too, man. Those
since WandaVision.
Yeah, those have been awesome. I've seen them in my feed all the time, and I've been wondering when I'm gonna get the invite. And
do you stay up late? You just want to be invited. You don't want to actually.
I don't want to actually stay up. It's like 2:30 in the morning by the time those shows in for me. So I'm like, I'm like, dude, I'm 42. I'm not gonna stay. I'm like, my bedtime is like 7 p.m.
Look, you're 42. You can make your own bedtime.
I don't know. When my hip starts acting up, it's gonna rain tomorrow. I can't do it. But the next day or the day after, which is like today, since we've all seen it, I know you probably already talked about this stuff too, but the thing that I really want to talk about, something that came up recently, Kevin Feige confirmed details on Steve Rogers losing his virginity on She-Hulk. What about that? This came up at the very end of it, babe. Let me start with you real quick, babe. When that part of the episode happened, the whole excitement about. I won't use the word, but it rhymes with duck. It's Captain America ducked.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? What did you think about it?
Well, I like humor, so that was pretty funny that she was so excited about that.
I loved it.
Yes.
I love the humor. So everybody's been contemplating and speculating about Steve Rogers' virginity. For some reason, that's been an important topic. Have you been? Did you talk about this on your after show?
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? Have I been a virgin?
No.
I mean, I guess at some point. We talked about it. Yeah. It just seems like because She-Hulk, they've been talking about how She-Hulk is both a law show and a superhero show, but they're trying to like do their own thing separate than those, right? So anything you expect from a law show or a superhero show, they're trying to like, circumnavigate that and try to kind of get around the tropes that you would normally expect. Subvert expectations is what I was trying to say. But it kind of, the show's really fun, and with it comes this like fourth wall breaking. And I think that part of that fourth wall breaking is like knowing that people on Reddit have been talking about this for a while, right?
Right.
Like Steve Rogers, was he a virgin? When did he have time? I guess he found time,
I mean, I thought, though, I mean, just not to just stay on that one subject about Steve Rogers. I'm sorry, I got the page kind of got jumping around.
It's all right. Look, comicbook.com is giving you the big bucks.
Right. But the whole show, I mean, there was the thing that I loved about She-Hulk more than anything else was those little jokes, those little things. Like, for example, I laughed out loud when Hulk and She-Hulk were eating the Cheetos with the chopsticks, and then when they went to like do their little cheers kind of a thing, and this is a total like outtake situation that they kept into the show. They did their little cheers, and then Hulk's Cheeto fell, and he's like, "Oh," and then she's like, "Ha ha!" Like I don't know why that made me laugh the loudest. A little stupid stuff like that. Like the whole show, I was wondering how the show was going to be received. Like people like to say the word woke more than it's ever warranted. And I was surprised that a lot of people, even people that I didn't expect to like it. Hell, we have a daughter that doesn't watch these types of shows, and she's like, I want to see this show. Like this, for some reason, this show is speaking to a lot of people. Have you, Dimithri, have you noticed that? Have you noticed that people who weren't even interested in Marvel or anything like that, or like for some reason gravitated to this, or is it like business as usual? Marvel fans are the only ones that are interested in it. What's your opinion on that?
No, like people have been saying this for a while, the opposite of this, right? They used to say Marvel has a formula, there's a Marvel formula of this and a Marvel formula of that, and all the movies are the same. First thing, I don't think they were ever all the same, but in the beginning, they were more similar than they are now. But now they're trying new things, right? They're trying new genres and new jokes. They're trying new characters, right? Some characters like people don't even know. Until the show comes out, they've never even heard of Miss Marvel,
right?
Unless you're like reading the comics and whatnot. And so they're trying new things, right? They're trying new things with like Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Quantumania is coming out. And so, like, I forget your question, but it's not. It's always new stuff, and because it's always new stuff, I remember your question now. Because it's always new stuff, new fans are coming in, and it was weird to me. In 2020, no, it was 2021, when WandaVision came out, and I never thought like there would have been people out in the world that didn't see Marvel movies, but there were, and people watched. There's a portion of the population that watched WandaVision first, and then went back and watched everything up till Endgame, which is wild to me, but they did it.
Exactly. No, exactly. No, exactly. And I think I know some people who've done that. I'm still trying to get like one of our daughters to watch it. Before she goes off to college, she just will not watch Marvel for some reason.
Well, she's watched some of them.
She watched some.
She won't. Yeah. She's not done. She won't finish.
But to go back to the original on the topic, so it says from. Let me go back to. Let me see if I can pull it up here with you, Dimithri. It says. In the debut episode of She-Hulk, attorney-at-law cousin Jennifer Walters and Bruce Banner get into an ongoing discussion ripped straight from the MCU fandom. Is Steve Rogers' first Avenger and now former Captain America a virgin? While Jennifer excitedly makes the case that due to his various superheroes' obligations pre and post freeze, he likely did not have time to be intimate with anyone. Bruce initially declines to discuss the private life of his friend, as he's not a virgin. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour. I have a theory of who that girl was. Dimithri, where are you at on this?
I like everybody. Like again, this has been like a fan theory, right? Like for so long.
Yeah.
Because we, you know, these movies have been around for a long time, and like everybody talks, right? But I know who you're gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll let you.
You don't know who I'm gonna say. No one knows.
I think it's weird to think that like he wasn't always like. He had enough time after he came out of the ice to not be a virgin, right? Like, we don't think that, like...
Guys have enough time to do a lot of things.
Are you... Is that a joke that, like, Steve Rogers doesn't last long? He doesn't need very much time?
I mean, he is a super soldier. I would expect that his... that his stamina is also... that his stamina is also advanced. Or his...
No, the other way around.
Or his... yeah, about to say... Or his... dysfunction might be advanced. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I was just gonna say he's super efficient in everything, and it's like why go 3 hours when you can go 3 seconds? You know, super soldier serum.
Exactly.
Chris is convinced there's a lot of injuries involved.
Right. Oh God. But babe, let's start with you. Who do you speculate who you said it was probably who? Like some.
Well, I said, I mean, USO tours were predominantly, you know, movie stars, actresses, singers that were sent around to entertain the troops. So I'm like, whatever would have been popular in 1943, whatever famous.
The whole band of who sung the something sisters, the Bugle Boy Company B song. Those girls, they were probably the Bugle Boy Company B. I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to speculate. I didn't say that. You said that. But
well, that's what I said. A USO tour is.
Yeah. So you just think it was some random person on the USO tour?
Well, whoever was famous at the time, I didn't look it up.
I don't think so. What do you? Okay, before I give my guess, what do you think, Dimithri? Who do you think the person was?
I mean,
in the MCU at least.
In the MCU, you know, there's fans out there being like, "Oh yeah, that's Deadpool." He definitely slept with Deadpool. That's what it is.
Deadpool went back in time.
Went back in time, and Steve, you know, lost his virginity to Deadpool. Maybe, you know, everybody wants Deadpool. Why? I mean, they've been calling Deadpool for years.
For everything. Yeah.
And he never shows up. He just never shows up.
If not Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds does a cut scene where he's revealed, that would be now I would expect that in Deadpool 3. Would I want that to be official canon? Oh God, yes, because it's funny. But the person who I'm thinking of, and tell me if this is who you was thinking of, that I was speculating. I already forgot her name, but she was in Game of Thrones.
Private.
What was her character's name? Private. It was Private. I had it a minute ago, but yeah, the girl that Captain America kissed, and then Peggy Carter kissed. I think it was her. I mean, because why not? They weren't a couple.
Private Lorraine.
Private Lorraine. She was in Game of Thrones. There was a scene where she recognized them, and she was flirting with them for a little bit, and then she kissed him, and then Peggy caught them, and then he immediately stopped it and everything. I don't know. I figured he was already in trouble. You might as well go back.
That's a horrible philosophy.
They were not in a relationship at the time.
No, they weren't.
So all's fair in love and war. They were on a break. They weren't even started up. That's just my opinion. No. But you think it was just some random person from the USO tour?
I'm just taking the statement. I'm going with the statement. A girl in 1943 on the USO tour. I'm going with that statement. And a USO tour.
I used to work for the USO, so I mean, it still could have been private. What's her name? If she was in charge of, my division was morale, welfare, and recreation. If she was a soldier that was in charge of that, that division, it still technically counts.
morale.
I think you
Morale,
recreation.
welfare,
I
and
think
recreation. We serve, baby. We
no,
live
but
to
I
serve.
think the sentence then would have been a soldier
Yeah.
Right.
back in 1943.
The fan theory that's going around is that it's Star-Lord's grandma.
Star-Lord's grandmother.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Tell me.
All right. The actress who plays Star-Lord's mom, who dies in Guardians 1, and then who we see some flashback in Guardians 2, she's the same actress who plays another character in Captain America: First Avenger.
Oh, okay.
So like she's in that, and she has like a small role, and it's the same actress that they got for 2 Marvel movies. So people are like, oh, maybe it's her mother. And then people got thinking, oh my God, is Captain America Star-Lord's grandpa? And it's like, well, you don't.
I mean, you're already half a god. I'm like, so I mean, to be half a god and half a super soldier, have that super soldier DNA in there. I mean, come on. I mean, that would just make Chris Pratt more awesome.
Yeah, I'm not against the idea that was the girl that he lost his virginity to, but I mean, we don't need Star-Lord being part Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I feel like he wouldn't dodge the what's it called when you got paid for your child support? I don't think if Steve knew it, I think he'd pay it.
Yeah. I mean, but he has the ultimate excuse. I mean, the brother was in ice for a while.
Yeah.
He missed a lot.
I'm not. That's gonna be my excuse.
Yeah, exactly. But guys, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've gone on this topic for so long that it's like, I don't know. It's kind of run its course. Unless you have something to add. If you're so let us know your thoughts, your theories, guys. Who is the young lady? I mean, even Chris Evans on Twitter. I pulled it up here on the sidebar right here. Even Chris Evans is in on the joke. I mean, he's a hashtag Hulk. He's laughing, but the lash emoji is him. He's not speaking. He's not going to talk about it. Even Chris Evans is in on the joke. It's hilarious. Your speculations, put your thoughts, your concerns in the box below. Let us know what you think, and maybe we'll talk about it later on another episode of We Got Your Mail. All right, moving on. Bueller. Okay, I it's funny because when I was doing the show notes, Dimithri was like, "Hey, we should talk about this, babe. Did you know that there is a Ferris Bueller spinoff in the works? What do you think about this? If I'm not mistaken, Dimithri, this is not a movie. This is a TV series, right?
I don't know. I was trying to look it up. It looks like it just says. Oh no, it says it's going to be a film.
It is going to be a film,
and it's probably going to be on Paramount Plus, I think.
So spin-off, if it's a film, a spin-off. I mean, so we're focusing on a new character. So are we talking about a relative of Ferris Bueller? Are we just talking about another character that's not really related to Ferris, that just is in the same universe, that's going to go through the same, through the same motions?
Did you look into it?
I mean, we're gonna look up into it right now. I have not. So
I got some information on it.
What you got?
Sam and Victor's day off.
Sam and Victor's day off. Yeah.
Sam and Victor are taking a day off. This comes in from, I have Collider.
Okay. What do I got? I got Deadline in front of me.
Okay.
I had to look it up because I thought they're going to do a spinoff. It's probably going to be one of the other 2 main characters, right? But it's not, which is good. I don't care about them. Though we got some comments in the chat that do care about Ferris Bueller a lot, which is great. It looks like this one is going to be, and I love this idea. I'm not normally for this type of thing, but I love the idea. It's the 2 guys that steal the car. You know how the valet guys take the car for a joyride?
Yeah.
They take it for a joyride. We never see what they do, and then they come back.
So it's going to be a period piece. We're going back to the 80s.
We're going back in time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that is who Sam and Victor.
Yeah.
Because they took
the 2 valet guys.
They took a day off from. Oh, okay. So this comes. Okay. So for Paramount Pictures has greenlit the spinoff of the 1986 film Ferris Bueller Day Off. Let me pull up the full page if it's got it here. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, titled Sam and Victor's Day Off. The spinoff comes from Netflix hit Cobra Kai creator. That's what I'm excited about because I love Cobra Kai.
And they did it well.
John Hurwitz and Hayden, Schlossberg and Josh Hill. Badass and 911 fame Bill Posley will write the film. The film will follow the previously unnamed valets from the original, played by Richard Edson and Larry Flash Jenkins, who took Cameron's dad's Ferrari on a spin. Ferris Bueller's Day Off was written and co-produced by director John Hughes. The teen comedy star Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. The flick follows the... Okay, so it's just not just recapping the movie. Come on, we all know what Ferris Bueller is. But that's great.
I love it.
Well, that's like
I like the idea.
That's a totally different, spin. Not the typical thing you would think they would be doing, which has been done many times. So.
Yeah, they even had a Ferris Bueller TV show for her.
Well, no, but with every 80s movie that they want to remake, it's always the same theme. This is totally different. So that could be good if they...
Are you predicting another... But I'm excited.
I'm down for some good humor if it's done,
You've already sold me on the plot because from people who love and know that movie, that's one thing that people have said. Like, what did those guys do? Mm-hmm. And obviously, I'm sure they're not going to have the same actors play the class, so they're going to recast those. But it's cool that we go back to those characters, and they were obviously the film. So how long did Farris and his girlfriend? They were in that restaurant. They weren't in there for that long. Maybe what? Like,
it wasn't
maybe
just
the
restaurant though, right? They went out. They did the parade.
Yeah,
they did the parade. So they were. It was a couple of hours that they were gone,
and
they
eating and a parade. They were all over the city,
and they didn't notice that the car was good because by the time they brought the car back,
they only saw that the miles were like way
after the fact. So we are talking hours that they were away from their car. So to find out the adventure what the car went through is very interesting, and not a scratch on it. So there's one thing that we know that won't now. They could be on the run from the cops. They could be on the run. They could be on the run from their boss. Who knows what's going to happen? Any speculations? What do you got, Dimithri? What do you expect? What do you hope to see from this kind of movie?
I don't know. I don't have any expectations for it. All I know is that anything could happen, right? And sure, we know that I guess they don't die, but that's not the stakes of it, right?
Right.
Like you don't go into
no one dies in the Ferris Bueller universe, right?
Yeah. So I don't know, but they could do anything, which I think is the best part about this kind of idea. And that also makes me wonder, like, are there other movies that have like open-ended things like that where you could just like come back 30 years later and fill it in with a spinoff?
This feels very much like Star Wars Rogue One-ish. I mean, like this is that's what this kind of feels like. A story that we know actually had to have happened in the universe, but we never ever explored it until like Rogue One was presented. That's kind of what this feels like to me. This is the Rogue One of the Ferris Bueller universe. What do you think? I don't know if I gone too far with that take, but does that make sense? Is that fair?
Yeah, let's say that. You know what I just remembered is that they mention the Sausage King of Chicago, right? That's like a Ferris Bueller thing.
That's what Ferris pretended. Isn't that who he pretended to be, or something like that?
Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago.
Oh, we definitely got to see who that is in real life.
Right, we don't see him, right?
Yeah. I'm Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. Yeah, I remember that.
No doubt, Abe Froman's gonna appear.
We gotta see Abe Froman. Oh man, that's I can't wait to check this out. So I'm excited. Guys, let us know if you're interested in seeing Sam and Victor's Day Off. Sam and Victor Take a Day Off. I don't know if that's the working title or if it's going to be called Sam and Victor's Day Off. In the I almost said Cobra Kai in the Ferris Bueller universe. I'm gonna check it out. I can't wait to see it. And let's see in the comment section we have. Let me see if I have it pulled up. Here. Nope, I forgot to keep it on, so I'm sorry. Your comments from this point on will display. I forgot to pull it up, but let's see. Aaron says to me, Matthew Broderick was the best Ferris Bueller. Who else? I know there was a TV show.
Was there a TV show?
I think it was a short-lived.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, a short-lived TV show back in the day. But we don't have to waste time talking about that. That was garbage. I like Parker Lewis's TV show better than that. I'm old school. I'm old, so I remember those shows from the '90s. But
it was a sitcom, and it had some guy named Charlie Schlatter playing Ferris Bueller, but Jennifer Aniston was in it.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna have to check out some old episodes.
As his sister.
As his sister.
And Sean from Talking Through the Movies loved the car accident scene. The car accident. You mean when Cameron kicked it off the ledge? Who do you love? What do you love? You love a car. Oh man, that's my scene. When Cameron finally snaps on his dad. He keeps his house is like a museum, meaning that it keeps it very cold and you're not allowed to touch anything. All right, moving on to the third topic of the day. So, news about Disney Plus has come to our attention. Dimithri brought this to my attention as we were running out of time, so we have to fly through this really fast. Dimithri, the Disney Plus prices increases is not sitting well with some subscribers, according to comicbook.com. What do you know about this, man? What do you have to report? What's going on? What's Disney doing?
It's a smart decision, right? I can't blame them. It's a smart decision. They're raising the prices because Disney Plus is doing really well as far as subscribers.
Right.
Will the prices going up affect the viewership? I feel like at this point, if you have Disney Plus, you have it for a reason.
Yeah.
You're gonna be watching the Marvel shows, the Star Wars shows, whatever. What's a couple dollars every month?
Right.
That's what they're thinking. For us, I think so too. Like, nobody's gonna drop Disney Plus unless you just don't like what they have, right?
Right.
That being said, if it gets to a certain point, I might be like, hey, I'm gonna create a GoFundMe page, you know?
to deal with all these subscribers.
It's I'm not made of money, but you guys are if you split my subscription 500 ways.
Exactly. So I got comicbook.com pulled up, and let's see if I can find it here.
But people are rightfully upset.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to understand.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, but it was inevitable. I mean, with what Disney Plus was offering, the price that they started at. Come on, we got to know that it was what, $5.99.
I think you had to have a base. You had to have a
starting
point.
Yeah,
so.
it's like any drug deal. You first sample, you get a little discount, get it for free, and then once you get hooked, and your kids are going to be expecting that Pixar magic every now and then. You're not going to cancel, even though they. Right. But for what they offer you, you knew that $6.99 that wasn't going to last.
They added more and more and more and more.
More content.
So,
Exactly. So I feel like it's a fair thing, in my opinion, as a Disney Plus subscriber. It says subscribers will have to pay a little bit more if they want to keep Disney Plus without ads. The Walt Disney Company held its 2022 earnings call on Wednesday afternoon, where it unveiled that Disney Plus Basic and Disney Plus Premium tiers. The Disney Plus Basic will run for $7.99 per month, and the Premium tier will be $10.99 per month. So a little bit of a bump if you're not already one of those guys that canceled their Disney Plus subscription because you didn't want to see what was that show, like Captain Marvel or something. Like, you're one of those guys who was like, I'm canceling Disney Plus. No, you didn't. They always say that. You didn't. No, you didn't. Because the same people that said that I'm canceling are back the next month complaining about the next show. Yeah, all right. You're not. Disney has us all. They've got us, and I'm happy to be a part of the regime.
Also, like, streaming services are normally that expensive.
Yeah.
Disney Plus was just a little lower, right?
Yeah. I mean, everybody talks about the inflation. I don't fight for big corporations, but just like we have to deal with the inflation stuff, they have to deal with the inflations and stuff too. So the prices, they go up. That's what happens in inflation.
T3 Media is a Disney subsidiary.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, bought out.
Checks in the mail. Thanks, Bob Iger. Appreciate you. All right.
On the plus side, you could join the Avengers. I mean, that's
exactly. I mean, they wouldn't want me. I'd make some change. The second I walk in the door, some new rules. I'm the captain now. Real quick, the news that came through: Ocean's 11. Ryan Gosling is going to be playing. Is in talks to join the cast of the remake for Ocean's 11.
It's supposed to be a prequel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed. I think it's supposed to be a prequel, but I don't know who Ryan Gosling's playing. He's not gonna play like.
He's not gonna play George Clooney's character. Yeah, he's not gonna be an Ocean. I wouldn't believe. Maybe not. I mean.
Do we need another Ocean's movie?
They're exactly where I was going. I tapped out of the Ocean's stuff a long time ago. Maybe you guys are excited about it. It's not.
I love the Ocean's movies.
This is your cup of tea right here.
Yeah. I mean, look. Well, I don't know. I like they did 10, 11, and 12, right?
No.
Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. 11, 12, 13, right? Mm-hmm. And then they did Ocean's 8. And personally, I liked Ocean's 8. Mm-hmm. I wanted an Ocean's 9 and a 10. Because then we can get, like, what, 8, 9, 10?
Right.
13.
Right.
At, like, that would have been cool. But now, like, I feel like they gave up on that, which sucks.
Yeah.
It was, like, an all-female team. And there wasn't...
I saw that one. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as the rest of them, but it wasn't that bad. I saw it.
Right. But I thought it was funny that like people were like, how come it's an all female team? That's nonsense. That wouldn't make any sense. But you check out Ocean's 11, it's an all guy team.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Nothing wrong there. I'm like, when guys are breaking the law, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah. No. But babe, you said that this.
Well, I mean, I can handle any movie if it's well made, as long as it's. Can we take it in a different direction? Can we, make it something fresh?
Like instead of them robbing something, they stop a robbery. What do you think?
No, just no.
Ocean 11, they turn into the new Fast and Furious family, or something like that. There's your crossover.
When you have so many of them, people are just like.
The same story over and over again.
The same thing.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. I'm not too thrilled about it, but I'll give it a chance. I mean, like, they got talent. Got Margot Robbie, got Ryan Gosling. I'm gonna definitely check them out in Barbie.
It's a prequel, it'd be nice to see just have a good
how they were led
story.
astray.
Yeah, like it's a.
But what's it called? Ocean's 2?
Yeah, Ocean's Zero. That's the Diet Coke.
Ocean sea level.
Yeah, exactly, sea level. like let's see. Well, guys, we'll keep an eye on it and we'll talk about it. But we're running out of time, so let's go on to real quick to the last topic of the day, which is, guys, if you're going to the movie theaters this week, you have Beast coming out. So real quick, this is a movie starring Idris Elba. From what I heard, it's a story about a father who takes his daughters to South Africa because that's where his late wife was from. So he brings his daughters there to reconnect. And then it's man versus nature, man. These for some reason these lions they consider Idris a traitor because on Lion King he was a lion. He's like, hey dude, you changed, man. What's going on? You're human now. We don't like that. So now they're fighting. Now Idris Elba and the lions aren't getting along. Who is I from the advertisement? I want to see this movie. Like Dimitri, have you already seen Beast, or are you?
I haven't seen it. I'm probably gonna wait till my dad comes back because my dad likes these type of movies. Mm-hmm. But I want to see it. Idris Elba, dude, is like always good. Mm-hmm. And then you got Charlton Copley, who was in District 9. He was in the A-Team movie. What else was he in? He was in some other stuff. Yeah. He's really good. He just doesn't get enough many roles. He's from South Africa. Yeah. And so he's playing a hunter, but you can watch the trailer, and at a certain point he stops popping up in the trailer, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
He died.
He's gone. What about you, babe? Are we gonna see this movie? Are you interested in seeing this?
I'll let you go, and you can tell me if it's worth it.
Oh, that's there it is. Okay, I'm going solo. I'll watch it. I'll go check it out. I think it looks interesting. I heard. I
love Idris Elba, but I don't know if that's my style of movie.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Oh, go ahead.
I can't wait for like all the Disney fans to go thinking it's a prequel.
And then the lion that took Idris Elba, and then Idris Elba's spirit went into that lion and
became the beast.
And he became Scar. There you go.
Oh.
There's your plot. Guys, that's the show. Guys, let us know. Hey, I see you in the comment section. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast. Where's my comment section? Here we go. There we the Sith Lord Brit. Hey, how you doing?
We're gonna cut out soon.
Elba is everything. We're gonna cut out soon. So guys, that's the show. Thank you guys for joining us. Dimithri, if people want to find you online, where can they find you before we get cut off?
All right, at The Keeg Show, KEEG, THEKEEGSHOW, wherever you do your social media, TikTok and Instagram, and then podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, so on and so forth. You can find our podcast there, and our live streams are on YouTube and Twitch, kind of like T3 Media's.
Awesome, outstanding, guys. And guys, if you want to find Joe, if people want to find you online, where can they plug the channel? The thing that
Scrub
you do.
Caps and More by Joy.
So if you're in the medical field, you want scrub caps, that's where you go. And guys, you know where to find me at T3 Media. Send your questions, your comments, concerns about anything entertainment news, movie related stuff. I want to thank our guest Dimithri for joining us here from the Keeg Show as he gets booted off the Zoom call just in the nick of time so we can end this show. We have to go off and we have to help our daughter pack up for college. So we're going to be doing that. So thank you again, Dimithri, for joining the show. And he's in the chat. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you for joining us and talking with these topics. We did it just in. I'm gonna have to pay for Zoom again to extend. No. Britt was telling me I need to figure out how to use Britt. If you have time later today or tomorrow, let's get on the Discord to show me so I can use it so we don't have to worry about these time limits because I don't want to have to pay for Zoom because I'm cheap. So guys, like I said, check out the podcast, check out us on social medias at T3 Medias. If you have any suggestions of topics that you want us to talk about and react to, next week we're going to have more guests. Tabitha Jordan's going to come back to the studio to help host. Like I said, I'm Chris Fagan, and thank you, you guys. Until next time, peace. Have a good one. I keep forgetting that the outro is this now, and I have to keep talking during the outro. I mean, it's fine. I mean, we're done. We're good. I mean, so for the next 20 seconds, I'm just killing time. So I'm like, hey, babe, how you doing? You good? You good?
I am good.
I like that head monitor thing that you got going on right there. I like that.
My bun.
Your bun.